What happens when the fastest man alive meets a random bald guy who has no limits? Well, you get one of the funniest moments in the entire story. We see Saitama walking through a massive area in the Monster Association base. It's huge, and Saitama is actually impressed. He looks around at the big pipes and the water and thinks to himself, "This is all under me. I should live here. There is even a bath." But Saitama isn't alone for long. Suddenly, a monster appears. For anyone else, this would be a scary moment. For Saitama, it's just another Tuesday. He kills the monster with one casual punch. But then he notices something. There are monsters everywhere. It's a monster nest. Saitama thinks, oh, is that why heroes are rushing in? Even S-class heroes came? So maybe King is here too? While Saitama is exploring, he doesn't know that an S-class hero is watching him from the dark. It's Flashy Flash, the legendary ninja. But here's the problem. Flashy Flash has no idea who Saitama is. Flashy Flash stays hidden and starts to think like a professional assassin. He listens to the footsteps and says to himself, the sound of those footsteps suggests a weight of about 70 kilograms, so it isn't a child. And I don't sense a member of the hero attack team, so it must be a human-eyed monster. Flashy Flash decides to end this monster immediately. He watches Saitama walk past and thinks, he's defenseless. I will finish this quickly. I'll kill him in under 1 second. This monster's head is mine. Flashy Flash moves like a bolt of lightning. He swings his sword at Saitama's neck. But then the impossible happens. Saitama sees it coming. He looks at Flashy Flash and says, oh, something showed up. He has that woofy look. Saitama doesn't just survive, he dodges the attack perfectly. Before the ninja can even react, Saitama is right in his face. Saitama asks him, what's your problem? Flashy Flash is frozen. He realizes his mistake and says, you are not a monster. He starts to remember where he saw this bald man before. He thinks, I saw him at Hero Association headquarters. Isn't he Demon Cyborg's sidekick? But Flashy Flash is very arrogant. He can't believe a low-level hero just dodged his sword. He thinks, what is he doing here? He dodged my attack, so he must have incredible reflexes. He wants to test Saitama again. He asks himself, should I try it again? Saitama is getting annoyed. He looks at the ninja's face and asks, who are you? Flashy Flash doesn't answer. His ego is too big. He thinks, no, a second test is not necessary. But Saitama keeps pushing him. Come on, say something, Saitama says. Now Flashy Flash starts to panic a little bit. He thinks, if he really can dodge me, it means he saw through my attack. I cannot allow that. He looks at Saitama and feels something strange. He thinks, his presence is mysteriously impressive. My instincts tell me he is unusual. So Flashy Flash decides to use a real technique, the Flashy Slash. He attacks with everything he has, but Saitama doesn't just dodge this time. He reaches out and stops the sword with his bare hands. Flashy Flash is completely shocked. He is sweating. He is in total fear. He has never seen anyone do this. Saitama looks at him, getting angry now, and says, if you're attacking me, then you must be a monster. Flashy Flash starts waving his hands and yelling, wait, wait, wait! Look at me! Do I look like a monster? Saitama looks at him closely. He thinks this guy is his neighbor and lives in the base. Saitama says, well, if you're going to be noisy, at least notify the neighborhood. Flashy Flash tries to act cool again. He says, I am a hero, the S-class hero, Flashy Flash. Saitama says, but you attacked me. Flashy Flash lies him right into his face and says, no, it was just a mistake. Flashy Flash is wondering why Saitama is so calm. He says, don't you know where you are? This is the Monster Association hideout. They're dangerous, so you should leave. Saitama just blinks. The Monster Association? I've heard of that somewhere before. This is their place? It's right under where I live. Now it's Flash's turn to be surprised. What? Above this is a ghost town taken over by monsters. No one can survive there. Saitama just smiles and says, I just beat them up. Besides, the rent is free.
Flashy Flash realizes this bald guy is not normal. He thinks he lives in a state of constant battle. He isn't your average hero. Flash says, "Sorry, I tested you a little bit. It's a bad habit of mine to hold back. But I am still surprised you stopped me. Still, it would be wise for you to leave. You are tough, but you are not up to this task." Saitama asks, "Why not?" Flashy Flash replies, "This place is crawling with demon monsters. I have even encountered threat-level dragons." Saitama just says, "That's not a problem." Flashy Flash gets angry. "Don't try to act cool. The boss of the monsters is unknown to us and extremely dangerous. They call him the Monster King, Orochi." Saitama starts thinking about that bath monster he killed earlier. He thinks, that thing's boss may be, that name makes it sound strong. But Saitama is lost. He says, "Actually, I don't know how to get back. I've got an idea. If I follow you, I can fight monsters, so I'll tag along. I'm counting on you." Flashy Flash looks at Saitama's blank face and thinks he's a weak civilian who will just get in the way. He thinks he has to protect him, but he also wants to be alone. So Flashy Flash decides to ditch him. He stops and says to Saitama, "I'm going on ahead. It's better if we split up here. If you can't keep up, I'll leave you behind." Flashy Flash thinks he's being a genius. He kicks the ground and boom, he takes off. Flashy Flash turns his head and his eyes almost pop out of his head. Saitama is standing right there. He isn't sweating, he isn't tired, he looks bored. Saitama asks him, "Why did you start running all of a sudden?" Flashy Flash is fighting for his life, running at max speed, but Saitama, he thinks they're just going for a light jog. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more S-Class heroes getting humbled by Saitama. Thanks for watching.